Here's the hand. Clark Kellogg.
88. Bad boys. This is against the Detroit Pistons. Rodman and Isaiah Thomas grabbed 10 rebounds and 4 assists. Damn. Always rebounds. Rebound games are pain in the ass for
Michael Jordan's flair, charisma, control, understanding the game. Nobody can do that. He was so graceful with the basketball, and he would change gears on you and change direction really, really quick. It's just amazing, man. If you see it, in person, it's like we're like, oh, we start a fast break. Somebody's gonna get dunked on, and it's gonna be Michael dunking on somebody. In the 1990 Eastern Conference Finals, I think the Bulls was really beginning to figure us out. Joe Dumars used to guard him first because that's the beginning of the game. Then once he got out the game, I had to go guard him. I don't think anybody else could have guarded him. John Salley, Rick Mahorn, Bill Laimbeer, no. Whenever he got the ball, I'm pretty much like nose to nose with him because I didn't want him to do anything to embarrass me. I named the Jordan rule. If he goes to the hole, put him on the ground. If you see some of those clips, you'll see that we just hit him every time he goes to the basket. And he's always on the ground, like in pain. But he always gets back up. He learned after a while, man, that he just took control from there. I think people really saw one of the best performances in the NBA when Michael played against us. And we didn't let anyone do that against us. But almost put 50 on us quick. Check his resume out. It's awesome. It's like, wow, this guy's amazing.
He's right, though.
The L traversing away from the iconic Chicago skyline.
Anytime he went down,
the
he
Sears
fucking
Tower.
nailed him.
It's our backdrop for postseason basketball. It's the Eastern Conference Finals. Game 3 between the Pistons and the Bulls. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan, joined by Coach Mike Fratello and Clark Kellogg. Mike, the Pistons hold 2-0 lead in the series, but now
Probably got to get 4 assists and 10 rebounds.
shifted back here to Chicago.
And the Bulls need to get a win here at home. They can't fall back 3 games if they want to have any shot of upsetting the defending champs.
And the Pistons have looked the part of a champion so far. Clark, they've done a great job slowing down the great Michael Jordan.
Kevin, I could not agree with you more. And if the Bulls are going to have a chance to win, I think they've got to get Michael Jordan involved early in the shot clock. He's the centerpiece of their offense, and this team is only going to go as far as he takes it.
Here now, a look at the starting 5 for the Pistons. It's Thomas and Dumars in the backcourt. Rodman and Laimbeer, the fearsome frontcourt pair. And in the middle, James Edwards. Looking at the starting 5 for the Bulls. Jackson runs the point. Grant and Cartwright play in the post. Get the 4 and 5. And on the wings, it's the dynamic duo of Jordan and Pippen.
And the Pistons defense, so physical. You know you'll get bumped and banged up against them. They are both intimidating and effective.
Jordan outside, and the Bulls another 3. And this.
What is his? Oh, he's a 99 overall this year. 90.
First quarter has been ridiculous. I mean, they simply can't miss right now.
Thomas deciding where to go with it. Laimbeer a screen. Thomas passes to Laimbeer. Stolen by Grant. A deep 3 from Jordan. And the Bulls another 3. And Clark, with the Pistons and their defense, they've also imposed what they call the Jordan rules. What is that?
Well, I tell you, it's 10 eyes on Jordan at all times, sending doubles, triples, and traps at Jordan whenever he has the ball, Kevin. And They know he's the key to the Bulls offense, so they're really trying to cut him down with a lot of bodies and a lot of physicality. And so far, through the first 2 games, it's worked.
That's a good explanation. Mike Fratello, Michael Jordan, through the first 2 games has been solid, but we know he is capable of more.
Just 20 points for him last game. I would imagine he does everything in his power to put up bigger numbers than that tonight.
This could be an all-timer. Here's Thomas. Following the basket by Michael Jordan. Lambier kicks to Dumars. Just 2 to shoot. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. And there's a steely determination about this Chicago Bulls team. And with more on that, let's go across the way to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Michael Jordan has been silent with the media this week, but not with his teammates. Greg Hodges says that Michael talked to them. Nothing motivational, just normal. But the Bulls coaches had a different demeanor. They want to stop the early Detroit runouts, stop them early in transition, and they want more offensive rebounding. Guys?
Thank you, David. More than 19,000 fans in this arena await the fate, Mike, of Chicago.
Detroit has come into this building and won 9 of the last 11. That's making a pretty good statement, especially in a place like Chicago where it's tough to win.
Big statement, you're right. Mike, the Bulls have had some turnover problems in this series, and that is something they're going to have to avoid here.
Without question, 19 turnovers for them last game. You know the Pistons bring the pressure. Bulls have to minimize unforced errors.
Especially at this stage of the season in big games like this. And Clark, Isaiah Thomas, just 8 points in game 1, and then he had 10 points in game 2. He wants to get it going tonight. You can just feel it.
Absolutely, and you figure Zeke will have to be better than that. I mean, he's too good of a player to put up numbers like that all series long.
Yeah, I agree. Poked away. And then Jordan slams it in.
And what a finisher Jordan is on these slams, putting on a show for the fans.
Coach Fratello, a chance here to stop the bleeding.
They need to do something to put an end to this run.
A three-pointer is right on target.
Boy, they didn't waste any time, did they? They got going right away.
They obviously had a plan coming in, and they put it to good use.
From deep. That one falls, coming off of Paxson's feed. Paxson's got 3 assists tonight. Well, as you can see, when you're casual with the ball, it can come back to bite you.
For sure. I mean, playing loose can help you and hurt you. It can cut both ways. I think they've got to tighten it up a little bit here.
Oh, here's Edwards. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Shot clock at 2. A 3 from McGuire. Detroit, no good that time either.
The rebound on his body.
Jordan looking around. Another 3 for Chicago.
They are really shooting the heck out of the ball. Fantastic start from 3.
When you knock down threes early, it stretches the floor, opens everything up.
39 points in the first quarter.
Welcome back, everyone, to Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals here in Chicago.
And early in this series, the Pistons have had a big bench advantage. A lot of points chipped in from the second unit. It's a problem for the Bulls.
Now, here is Lambier. Upside Thomas, stolen by Pippen. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Edwards out there with Lambier. Then there's Aguayo. Then it's
All I have is 33
Joe Dumars. And it's Thomas in at the 1 spot.
Tell you what, until they force him off the line, he'll just keep launching it from there. I love the aggression he's showing.
As long as he keeps making his threes, there's no reason for him to change his approach. Make the defense adjust.
How do you expand the lead? Increase it. It takes good play on both ends.
Yeah, it's not just about buckets, not just about stops. You need both.
Now, here is Aguayo. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Back to Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. An easy 2 points on the layup. Hey, Clark, remember in Game 1, the Bulls only managed 12 points from their bench.
But they did get it going in Game 2, Kevin, but so did the Pistons. I think the Pistons have a deeper and more battle-tested bench. Somebody on Chicago's side is going to have to really step up.
Mike Jordan is coming out of the gate hot, as we can see, shaking off that last 20-point performance.
And this was one of the more predictable things to happen. Jordan is just too competitive and driven to not come out strong after last game.
We knew it was going to happen. Nothing doing for Thomas, and it's only getting worse. And so Jordan will bring it up for the Bulls. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Good on the triple.
What a power surge by these guys. They can't miss.
Literally, what a stretch.
And a look at the two stars of these teams. Michael Jordan, coach, has been magnificent early on.
This is exactly how Jordan and the Bulls wanted to start things off. Jordan is locked in. He looks like he's on his way to another incredible performance.
Another one falls for Chicago.
Love seeing Jordan use that extraordinary quickness to come up with the steals. An outstanding defensive player. You take a look at this Pistons offense, and they run an awful lot of pick-and-roll action effectively because they're an excellent passing team, and they work really well together.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points.
Now here's Thomas, and there's the pass to Lambeer.
We're going to shoot the ball.
Back to Dumars. Over Jordan. And he overshot that one, missing. Mike, looking at this Pistons offense, the pick and roll, the screen roll game is very deadly with Isaiah Thomas.
And it opens up everything for them as well. The team plays very unselfishly, always looking for a great shot and rarely settle for bad ones.
Very smart team. Well, the Bulls have done a much better job, Clark, limiting turnovers in this game.
And it seems like they've made a concentrated effort to be more careful, to squeeze that orange a little bit better. You can see the change compared to the last game.
And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
They've done a nice job keeping the intensity up, starting to pull away now.
They know they can keep the pressure on and put this game out of reach if they keep at it.
Now, here is Aguirre. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Tipped away. Trying to get something going. Offensive rebound. Lambeer. He kicks to Dumars. Outside, Aguirre. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And here's Jordan outside. Knocks down the three ball. Jordan's got 57 points.
And right now, MJ has it going on. His teammates should just continue to get him the rock.
Honestly, Thomas.
From past the arc. And so it's Michael Jordan.
Give me that rebound.
Making things happen for the Bulls.
Got the rebound.
He's looking to make history here today. Who knows how many points he'll end up with when it's all said and done. Back right after this. Welcome, everyone, back to Chicago.
Well,
it's the Bulls and Pistons in the Eastern Conference Final Showdown.
One thing the Bulls need to make sure they do is attack the rim. They settled for way too many outside looks the first few games. You need to test the Pistons inside.
Pippen is out there with Grant. And it's Michael Jordan. That's John Paxson. And it's Cartwright in at the 5 down low. And that's the group for Phil Jackson as we begin the second half. Now, here's Jordan. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Pippen in particular, Clark, shied away from driving early in the series, it seems.
Well, Kevin, the Bulls know the Pistons are going to touch them up, be physical with them when they drive the ball. But they need to get over that and go with reckless abandon and strength to the basket. Settling for outside shots is not going to win them this series.
Second half rolling along now, about a minute played here.
And regardless of how this series goes, What a successful year it's been for Chicago. 55 wins, the second most in franchise history.
Now here's Thomas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ball's knocked loose. From deep, Jordan, and the Bulls, another 3.
Smooth like silk. MJ with a nose for the bucket. Knocks down the quick trigger jumper there.
Hey, Clark, no matter how this series shakes out, you feel the Bulls are poised for something bigger in the future.
Clearly, Kevin, the foundation is laid. They've got a star and a really good core group. I think it's just a matter of growing this group together, maturing, becoming more confident and physical, and you could see them competing for a title in the very near future.
We've seen this process before. It takes time, sometimes, for teams to get by a tough opponent.
Great point, Kevin, and there's no denying it. You don't see teams become championship teams overnight. There's a seasoning and a journey that's required to become champions. And, you know, these teams met 5 times during the regular season, and the Pistons won 4 of those meetings. That has to be a factor in the back of the minds of the Chicago Bulls.
Now here's Thomas. Pass to Lambeer. Here is Edwards. Fader on the way. Bank shot. No good.
They desperately need something to fall.
Well, they're on the wrong side of a big run. Never a good feeling.
If you look back to the prior year, Mike Fratello, the Pistons won all 6 regular season games and the Eastern Conference Finals against the Bulls.
It's a budding rivalry. The Pistons aren't intimidated by Jordan. Feels like these teams have been in each other's way the last few years.
Which makes for a great rivalry. Now, here's Dumars. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. This Bulls defense applying pressure like we saw near the end of Game 2. And Jordan Mike continues to get things to fall. What a show he is putting on tonight.
You can see the fire in Jordan's eyes. He's on a mission to make a statement this game.
Now, here's Dumars. Lambeer screen. Dumars with it. Now defended by Grant. And Dumars gets it to go.
Hey, the defense had no chance right there, even with the contact. Dumars knows exactly what he needs to do to still score.
And Jordan gets it to go.
Coming out of halftime, they're on an absolute tear.
And I don't know what was said in that locker room, but it's working.
Passes it to Thomas. It's blocked. In the second half now, and Mike, as we can see, Jordan continues to lead the way.
And you can't help but be impressed by the show Jordan is putting on. There is no way for them to slow down or contain his airness.
He's been wonderful. And here is Thomas, following the three-pointer by Michael Jordan. Outside Thomas. Pass to Rodman. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. No one covered.
Enjoying this big lead, and right now they look unstoppable on offense.
Everything is going exactly how their coach drew it up. Top to bottom, this is the pinnacle of execution.
Stops, pops, that one falls, coming off of Paxson's speed. Paxson's got 4 assists in the game. And so it's the Chicago Bulls able to put on a show for the ages. They've been playing some. Here we go, the 4th quarter on the way in this crucial Game 3 in the Eastern Conference Finals.
And you look at the coaches in this matchup. Obviously, the Pistons have a legend on their bench who has won a title. But the Bulls have shown well under Coach Jackson.
On the court for the Pistons, we've got Bedford. Dennis Rodman is out there with Sally. Then it's Johnson, and it's Henderson in at the point guard. The pass to Johnson, the 15-footer, the rebound by Armstrong. And Coach Phil Jackson in his first full year with the Bulls.
And you know, Kevin, Jackson has changed the offensive approach for this team. He was an assistant before with the Bulls, so he understands their personnel. Seems like a really good fit so far into his tenure.
Yeah, he was an assistant under Doug Collins.
Yep.
And now, let's hand it over to D.A.
Thanks very much. Now, Craig Hodges said that his team has to accept Michael Jordan's vocal leadership. He said in order for us to be great, it has to come from somewhere. Last year we had Dave Corzine who spoke up a bit, trying to keep us together. Without him here, Michael has to step forward and do that type of thing. Guys, back to you.
David, thanks. You can just imagine, can't you, Clark, what he must be telling them right now.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it, and I'm quite sure it's probably not appropriate for the broadcast airwaves.
Well said. Mike Fratello, what a gigantic night for Michael Jordan against these Detroit Pistons.
First game of the series at home, you knew this would be Michael's time to shine. What a memorable performance from an elite player.
Against these bad boys from Detroit. And the Bulls ahead in this one, Clark. They've minimized mistakes, and they have the lead to show for it.
Exactly, and sometimes it's really simple. Take care of the ball, get good shots, and usually good things happen.
Another three for Chicago.
It's been a barrage of threes here in this last quarter, pouring it on from deep.
They were saving their best shooting for last, hitting 3 after 3.
Johnson outside. Sally passes to Henderson. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Bedford. Looking to end the run. Detroit, no. Good that time either. And so Jordan will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
The number of the second half, 3. They are drilling shots.
And that starts with ball movement, putting your shooters in good positions.
Armstrong against Henderson. Inside. It's deflected.
The 7-footer will produce, saying, no, no, no.
Jordan way outside. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
They're not just on fire. Nothing is getting in their way on offense.
It's practically supernatural. The defense is trying everything.
Johnson surveying the floor. Henderson kicks to Johnson. Back to Henderson. He feeds it to Rodman. Rodman double team. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Love the way the pressure from the Bulls defense creating more offense by forcing turnovers.
James Edwards checked in for the Pistons. McGuire comes in for Dennis Rodman. A deep 3 from Jordan. Another 3 for Chicago.
Jordan really confident rising up from deep. When he's in rhythm, he sinks these outside jumpers.
McGuire passes to Sally. Now Edwards. Pass to Aguirre. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Henderson. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. And 3 from Jordan. And the Bulls another 3.
They have shown up at just the right time, putting the finishing touches on this game.
This run absolutely closes the door on any chance of a surprise ending. That'll do it.
Sally with a screen on Hodges. Here's Johnson. Lays it up and banks it in.
Gets the defender to sell out on the pump fake, then flips it in.
They are in complete control, coach, of this game.
There's no question, without a doubt, they've been firing on all cylinders.
In every way, you're right.
And as if it weren't hard enough to defend Jordan, the man just increases his range a little more each year.
That's tipped. Jordan with the steal. Pulls up, and he hits the jump shot.
Looking to stretch this lead out even further, going right after his shot.
And the defense continues to not be up to the challenge.
Like in a game they needed to win so badly, Michael Jordan and the Bulls get the win. What a tremendous effort from Chicago.
Series now moves to 2-1.
Rebounds are the most hardest part about this. win the game, score 30 points, get 10 assists, 50% or better, and grab 4 rebounds. That's not too hard.
Michael Jordan was royalty. He was Elvis Presley. He was the Beatles. It was Michael Jordan versus the NBA. He was that good.